We talk about the sound pressure level. Let me demo an example. So this is a sound level meter. This meter can measure sound pressure level. Let's see, we don't talk. Let's see how much the ambient noise. Or we lock it. So the level of the noise is about 38 dB SPL. That's like nothing is going on, no other sound, just the noise. It's pretty quiet. We can try another one that when I talk, see how much is my speech level. So this is just to try and see how much my speech SPL is like. Oh, we didn't lock it. Let us try again. So this just to test my speech, how much my speech sound pressure level is. Let's try and lock it. Okay, so it's changing a little bit between 70 to 75. Now I lock it. That instantaneous sound pressure level from my speech is 74 dB SPL. So that's pretty much tells us roughly the idea of how much the level of sound pressure means to us. Then we can protect our hearing accordingly. Then let's try another example. This is a protection headphones. It offers 30 dB reduction for any noise if we wear them. It's not a headphone for music. This is just the protection of ears. So this is a vacuum cleaner. I'm going to try to turn on this vacuum cleaner, see how much the sound pressure level will become. So we will see the difference between my speech and the vacuum cleaner. How much different are they? We'll see. Okay. So first of all, let's wear this protection. Let's put the sound pressure meter aside. I'm going to put on the pair of headphones to protect my ear from any potential noise damage. Okay, now I put on my headphone and let me take the sound meter. And if I speak, it's about 70 dB. If I don't speak, it's about 36. Okay, so let's turn this on. Let's turn this on. So you can see that if we put the sound pressure level aside for a moment, let me take off my headphones for protection. So you can see that it's 87 dB SPL. It's above 85. 85 is recognized officially by the government and the medical professionals as the threshold for being dangerous. That means you are allowed to stay for a few hours in this environment.
Okay, so Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, is an organization under U.S. Department of Labor. This is their website. If you click website, you can see that there's a regulation on how much noise is okay, how much is not. If you see, here is the 22 million workers are exposed to potentially damaging noise at work each year. That's very sad. Um, so if you look into details of this website, you can see that OSHA requires the employer to implement a hearing conservation program when noise exposure is at or above 85 decibel. So that means no matter it's noise or music, if it's above 85 decibel, it can be really damaging if time is long. What is long, what is not long, let's talk about later. So first, let's look at the health effects on the website. The result of the noise exposure is severe because it is permanent hearing loss that cannot be corrected through surgery or with medicine. So that's very severe. That's very unfortunate result if noise exposure is high and long. So then we can talk about what is long, what is not long. We can look at the next page of this website. So there are so-called permissible exposure limits, PEL. So OSA has regulation on PEL. So for 8 hours stay in 90 dB is okay, 4 hours for 95, 2 hours for 100 dB, 1 hour for 105, half an hour for 110, and 15 for 115 decibel. So please know that if I sit very close to a concert, a rock concert, it can easily reach about 115 decibel. So don't stay so close to the stage. That's one thing. Another thing is that please also know that iPhone and other phones and music players, their maximum volume can easily reach about 105 decibel. So that means we cannot hear the music for an hour if we play at the maximum volume. It can be permanent damaging to our inner ear. Um, be careful about that. So always avoid playing the music at the maximum volume. Okay.
with the sound pressure level at 87 dB SPL. So that's so 86 is already crossed at the threshold 85. Based on the government guideline, we can stay a few hours, not more than that, every day. So this is called the exposure time to noise. The limit we can allow ourselves to be exposed to this noise. Also, if you can see that there's a dBA here, the A means a particular curve. We kind of calculate the overall dB SPL. So different curves, those are internationally agreed upon, and that A curve and other curves. A curve is the most popular one. It's basically a curve that offers weighting factor across all frequencies, so that we sum all the energy across all frequencies, we get this number. Then you can see a hold button here. That means if I don't hold, I basically get an instantaneous value. If I hold, I basically lock the instantaneous value. Right? This is power on off. Okay, and also you can turn the light on. So at night. So min max basically offers min max values. So this is I would say a basic sound level meter. You could get a more fancy one, of course, to tell. But for life, regular life, I think this is good enough to tell whether it's risky or not. The pair of headphones, it's it's something I like. It offers 30 dB reduction for any noise, which means if I am working in an environment that has 85 dB noise, with this headphone, it will reduce 30 dB. On top of the 85 minus 30 becomes 55. 55 dB SPL is pretty safe for, whatever long time you can stay. You can stay as much as you like. So this is pretty much the background of the demo, and we see the difference between ambient noise. Number one, it's about 36, and number two, it's my speech is about 70 to 75, and number three, the vacuum cleaner, the level of the vacuum cleaner is around 83 to 86. So potentially, if you use it for many hours a day, that could damage the inner ear permanently. So as we know that there's no recovery from any damage to our inner ear, because no medication or surgery can fully recover our original hearing capability with damage being there. So we have about a few thousand inner hair cells, and over time they die one by one. One time highly loud noise exposure, like this kind of very high level, can potentially damage hair cells if we expose beyond some amount of time. What's the time for such kind of exposure? So the level is higher, then the time that it is allowed to stay is shorter. So for example, with vacuum cleaner, you can stay with vacuum cleaner for a few hours without being damaged. But for like a launching pad of a rocket, right, it's about 140, 150 decibel, probably like, I would say a minute or two, you can damage our inner ear. At a concert, the seats close to the front stage, it's about I would say 120, maybe something 130 decibel. That's also damaging, very much damaging. Probably you cannot stay there for longer than 10-20 minutes. It can cause permanent damage, potentially permanent damage to our hearing, and then no way to recover after that. So it's very important to have this concept of preventive care for our ears. I advocate for preventive care for our hearing, because it's like a one-way door. If once you pass that door, you cannot return. So it's important, in my view, that to protect our hearing cautiously, right? So we don't stay in a noisy environment. So in this way, if you don't have any such sound level meter, it's okay. You have an idea about how loud it is, right? So you can pretty much calibrate roughly. You know roughly how much time you can stay. So proceed cautiously in any very noisy environment. So when you turn on the vacuum cleaner, why not just wear a pair of headphones, just to play safe, right? So that's our hearing, our life, and our happy life with a healthy hearing. So that's my take for this so-called hearing protection. I hope everyone has a healthy hearing and a very happy life. If interested, you can subscribe or like. Your support is motivating me a lot. Thank you so much. This is Mr. Harris again. I hope everyone has a great hearing, and if you have any issue with your hearing, hope you recover very soon. Okay, we can talk next time. Bye bye.